Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tune Up Tuesday. My name is Sher and I'll be your host of Tune Up Tuesday. We're doing a little different today. We're here at the Auto Ad Builder offices, and so we're here in front of our computers, and I want to talk to you a little bit about owning the phone. And I believe today is what, November 14th, right? Today's November 14th. So we got a good edition for you this morning. Basically, what I would like to talk, as I just mentioned, is how to hammer the phones the right way. As you can see here, we got a lot of screens, right? But we got this one screen in particular where we are looking at a dealership client, and we're actually listening to their phone calls. I, myself, my partner, we're here going through this. This dealership in particular has a lot of phone training opportunities that they're lacking. So we're going through the motions and listening to every phone call, taking notes right now, and figuring out how we're going to train and what we're going to train on. And the reason why I want to talk about owning the phone, and again, this doesn't matter what business you're in, you have to be good at selling. You have to be good at having an appointment setting culture and a customer relations or guest relations type culture. You also need to know what you're talking about, your inventory. So I'll give you a good example. We just had one phone call here where the receptionist is picking up the phone, and they do the greeting, but they don't mention their name. They just mention the name of the dealership, and then when the customer says they're looking for something, they ask, what is it in regard to? I have never, in 15 years of doing this, heard a receptionist ask a caller, what is this in regard to, unless it's a potential vendor. Okay, unless it's somebody asking for a specific person. Like, I get it, you're asking for the dealer principal, the GM, and you want to know what it's regarding because you're going to be the gatekeeper, that's how you're trained. I get it. Okay, don't necessarily like it, but I get it, okay? But now, when every phone up comes in and it's ringing like that and you're asking what is this regarding, it sounds very unprofessional. It actually, to me, sounds very standoffish. So one of the things we're going to do with this dealership is we're going to go in and we're going to actually train the receptionist on how to have proper phone etiquette and on how to handle that, which is very important. If you're a dealership or any business, please pass it on to your receptionist. Use this as free training. By all means. So leave me a good review after. I would appreciate that. But seriously, I got another one here where a salesperson gets a phone call transferred. The customer tells them what they're looking for. They put them on hold for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And the customer just hangs up. Like, are you kidding me right now? I'll give you another example. I got another call. Customer wants to come in at 7:30. The dealership closes at 8. Now, we learned already from our client that they close at 8, but they'll stay till 9 o'clock to sell a car. Well, this BDC rep is telling the customer, well, we take our last customer at 7. So yeah, we're going to be closing at 8 o'clock. Like, I get it. There's some Highline stores that are strict on that, but I don't remember anybody ever coaching her to say that. Like, what even gives her the right to say that? It's not even her business. She's an employee of this dealership. So and I get it. I've actually once worked at a dealership where on a Saturday we close at 5 o'clock, and my GSM told us that after 4 o'clock we don't want any appointments because we want to go home. We work till 9 o'clock 3 days a week. We want to go home, and I get that. But at least it was a culture thing, and we were also in an area where it dies down at 5 o'clock. So I get that. But when you are on a major highway in a major metro area dealership, you have to watch what you do. You're going to lose business that way. We have to sit there and we have to coach that. And we're not sitting there doing phony little reports, grading, a dealership's phone call. We don't need any of that crap. What we're really doing is we're listening, we're taking notes, and I'm going to come in with a whole list of notes, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to sit down with each person individually, and I'm going to train them individually and as a team because we have to create the right culture. And I think for you guys, it's important to understand, how to get the right phone coaching out there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw something out there for you because it's out there anyway. I got a lot of good content, I hope. And I think what can help you guys is I'm going to give you guys some free, some free phone scripts that you guys can use. And I constantly, every year or two, I do change up my content with phone processes because you know what? At one point in time, I was teaching people to set appointments by having them write down my name and all that stuff. Nowadays, I'm training people to get it by text because most of our CRMs actually have text message capabilities. And that's this a society that we live in. We're all about that mobile phone and that texting. So, yeah, we're actually going to sit there, take our notes. We're going to probably spend a good half a day on this because this is very important. And I promise you, within a matter of 3 days, I'm going to turn around the way that dealership does phones. So I urge you, doesn't matter if you hire me or not, but I urge you to evaluate how you are doing on the phones. If you have a call monitoring system in your dealership, make it a point to ask your management to help you listen to your calls. Because a lot of times they're going to listen to your calls and all they're going to do is complain about how you suck on the phones. They're not going to get up and actually train you. So if you come in and actually make it a point to train yourself, if today's a little bit of a slower day, maybe you do that right now. You get up off your desk, you go talk to your manager, be like, I want to take a look at, listen to some of my calls. What can I do better? Maybe you can coach me. Get that coaching out there. And if they fail to give you that coaching, reach out to me. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys free phone scripts. Matter of fact, here's my email address. Contact me by all means, and learn to own the phones and dominate, and give great customer service, and set the proper appointments for the store. All right. So I hope this has been a very valuable Tuesday lesson for you. I hope you guys have a great week. Be successful, and I look forward to seeing you next week.